Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, October 2022, variant 51, question number 4. In a large population, standard blood pressure or systolic blood pressure of adult is normal distributed with a mean is 125.4 and deviation 18.6. So this is a given, and normally we have a formula n and mu, and this is called variance. So we can guess from here. In this situation, mean is given here this much. Sometime he give you this kind of format, okay? And this is so 18.6 to power 2 is like that, okay? So anyway, this number, first number is representing mean, and this root of this number representing the deviation. So that is why mean is 125.4 and deviation is 18.6 as he mentioned on the top. Okay, so let's complete it. He's saying find the probability that is a SPP of the random chosen adult is less than 132. So less than, so blood pressure is, let me write only here, blood pressure is less than 132. And you know, we have a special formula to convert it. And what the formula we use, how to convert it. So X minus mean by deviation. So we can convert it. How we can do it? Simple. This I'm writing Z, and 132 minus mean. Mean is this one. So I'm writing here 125.4. Over deviation value is 18.6. And if I type this whole in calculator, students, it is giving me 0.3548. And you know, students, what is the method to do it? I will draw a bell shape. Okay, is it positive or negative? Make sure left side is negative, right side is positive. So I will make it this here, right hand side. So 0.343548. Okay, one more thing, it is a lesser, Z is lesser. So left hand side is called lesser. If come more, so right hand side is a more. And whenever see from the table, so this is a from left side, it give you always from left side, 3548. And you know it very well if I see from 0.3548. So let's see from here. Okay, I think you will understand from here. So 0.3548. 0.3 is this. So this line I talk about. 5 is here. So this number, and 8 is coming is this 30. So 30, if I add in this number, so I get a 0.63 if I add 30. So 9, 8. Let me check again. What the number? Let me check. 0.35. 4, sorry, 4. Sorry for that. So 4 I have taken. Sorry for this mistake here. So I will consider 0.3. This line I will consider, but 0.3548. If I round it, 355. So this is coming from here, and from section of 5 is this one. So if I add them, so it becomes finally answer. If I round it, it comes 0.639. And I believe this part is very, very clear. So let's go for B part. He's saying now a situation little change. So he's saying here the blood pressure of 12 years old children in the same population is normal distributed. Mean is 117. Okay, so mean first is this, now change. Okay, and 88% of children have 88% they have blood pressure more than 108. So you know, student, how to write it? Let me write for you. So blood pressure, I'm writing B for blood pressure more than 108 is equal to 88%. And this value, I bring it down here. Okay, so how to complete, students, from here? So you know it very well. Again, I will use this formula to convert it, and this value will go in the place of X. So I'm writing Z same time 108 minus mean, but new mean is for this data is sample is 117. So 117, and find out the deviation. So I'm writing 117 and deviation I don't know. So 0.88, I'm put 20 extra from my own. Okay. Now, student, if you look at carefully how to write this one, so if you check it, it is 108 minus 117. I got negative 9 over deviation. You know, deviation is not in negative. Okay, so it means this is a negative value. So I can assume is A, but I think it is negative for sure. I will write it here. Make sure it's not a positive. So negative 9 over sigma is this. And how to read more than that. And you know, this is called more. You know, these negative values are not available in the table. So I will do what? Same value I will put in positive section, and this areas for your knowledge, this area and this area always same. And how to deal with this, because whenever we see the table, you can see on top it always give from left corner till that number. It never come from right side. It always give you a left side value. So it means this, it will give you from left side. And how to read this one, I'm writing here phi of 9 over sigma. But this phi, what number is this? We don't know. So let's try to find it. And that is number I'm looking for is 0.88. Okay, so let's try to find it. 0.88. 0.88, sorry for that. I have to check from here, 0.88. And wait a minute, please. Let me erase it. Okay, 0.88. So how do you get 0.88, students? So 0.87 this one, no. 0. This is bigger than that, no. This is 0. This one. So 0.8790, if I add 10 here, it gives you 0.8800. So this number from here, 1.1, from top, I get as 7. So it means this. And how much I need? 10 more. 10 is this, so this number 5. So 1.175. So I'm writing here 1.175. This is cancel out, okay, and we get a 9 over sigma equal to 1.175. So so 1.175 divided by sorry, this is a 9 divided by this, and I get my answer is 7.659, but I need 3SF, so it becomes 7.66 is our final answer. So let's talk about the last part. Okay, three adults are chosen at random. Okay, so N is a sample of 3. Okay, so find the probability of these 3 adults if blood pressure is within. This is a very interesting part. I'll just tell you, and I will give some example. So he's saying what? Within 1.5 deviation of the mean. You know what this means, students? I just tell you, for example, I give one idea. If I say that within 2 deviation of mean. So you know what's the student writing technique? This is a mean, and from the mean, I will go 2 deviation backwards and 2 deviation onwards. This is called, and how to write it. Very interesting way of writing. Here I write a x, and this number I'm writing here, mu plus 2 deviation, and this I'm writing here, and mu minus 2 deviation. I believe you got a point. But if you say no, it is they saying no, not 2 deviation. He say 3 deviation. So 3 deviation. How to write it again? From mu, how will I will mu plus 3 deviation and mu minus 3 deviation. Whenever I say within means more and less. So this is a main planning. So now what is in our particular question, he has said what? Read it please. 1.5 deviation. So how to write it? Let's start. So this is a number line I show you that we can understand. This is a mean and 1.5. So mu plus 1.5 times 2 deviation and mu minus 1.5 because backwards and forward. So let's start. So I'm writing here X, or I'm writing here B for blood pressure. So mu plus 1.5. mu plus 1.5 deviation, and mu minus 1.5 deviation. So you know, student, with the formula we have x minus mean by deviation. So this whole value will come in the place of x. Then whole value will come in the place of x. I believe you students are understanding. So let's complete it. Same time, so this is a value. This full is called x value. So mean minus 1.5 deviation minus mu comes from here, and by deviation, okay, and I'm writing z same time, okay, because after converting in normal format, okay, this is a very clear, and minus mean by deviation. Again, this is full is called x value, this is a mean, and this is a deviation. I believe you're understanding. Deviation, sorry, mean cancel out, and deviation cancel out, and finally I got a negative 1.5 and a positive 1.5. You student, we have a special formula for this kind of question. When one value is positive and one value is negative, and how to get this kind of answer. So phi of positive value plus phi of negative value, but without negative sign, and minus 1. So how we can deal this kind of question? Same formula we have. So one value is positive and one value is negative. How to get this middle answer? Phi of 1.5 is this value, and plus phi of 1.5 without negative sign, this value, and minus 1. And you know very well this become x plus x 2x, or phi plus phi 2 phi. And now I will do what? I will find this value 1.5 from the table. 1.5 is 0 0.9332, 0.9332. And if I solve it, I get it what? 0 0.8664. This is a probability, but he said that our sample is given by 3 adults, and you know it very well. So what is actually, you know, we have to try that the same sense, like when we have a 3 branches, okay, that's so these 3 options you have. What we do, student, in this kind of options, so multiply all 3 values. So this is a 0.8664, 0.8664, 0.8664. So it means the answer, I have to find it, 0.8664 to power 3, or multiply them. And if I check it, answer turned to be 0.65. Let me recheck once again. 0.8664 power 3, it giving us 0.650, or without 0. So this is our final answer, and I believe you got a point very well how we have done this question.